let's crunch some numbers and let's figure out how to use math in Java. Alright, welcome back to the Java introduction for Minecraft and Hightail modding, and in this tutorial we are going to take a look at integers, math, and arithmetic operators. Now all of that might sound very, daunting, but no worries, I am sure that we will manage. We're going to start by typing in int x equals 100, and then ending this with a semicolon. Now what is this? This of course is an integer. If we remember back to the data types, an integer was a whole number that could basically be somewhere between, negative 4 billion and plus 4 billion. And we're just going to call this x and assign this the value of 100. And then we're also going to have an integer y, which is going to have the value 20. There you go. And what we can do now is we can, manipulate those. We can have some operators that basically, mathematics. It's craziness. And we're going to start with addition. And what's going to happen is we're going to say int result equals x plus y. And then we end this with a semicolon. And as you can see, there's no errors here. Everything seems to have worked. So what does this mean? Well, obviously, what this means is that inside of result, in the result variable, we have now saved x plus y, which is 120. And we can, of course, confirm this by saying system.out.println, and then just printing out result here. Typing in RE and then auto-completing with the tab key. Let's just run this and see if our, idea is correct. And there it is. Our idea was correct. It is 120. So as you can see, this is how we can add two numbers together. And then we can also say, for example, maybe we want to actually subtract. So maybe we want to say subtraction. And this is then result equal to x minus y. Now, as you can see, I've used result again, right? Even though I've made it here, I've initialized it here with 120, and now I'm reusing it. So I'm reassigning it a value, basically overriding what was in there before. That's just, a simple thing, might be confusing for people who are absolutely new to this. So this is why I can use it. And this is also the reason why I don't type an int again, because you can see that it's going to say, hey, this variable was already defined. Once again, if we think back about this, we were able to define a variable by doing this, right? So we could do this, and then we have this variable in here, but it's not initialized yet. So we've declared the variable, but we haven't assigned a value to it. And this is basically what we've done here immediately, right? We've initialized this value, and now we don't need to create a new one. So that's just a very important thing to keep in mind as well. And to print this out again, what I will do is actually I will basically select this, press Control-C, and then Control-V right here to basically paste in the output in here. I tend to do this quite a lot, especially in those, like little things. But let's just see if the subtraction works as well. So this is going to be 100 minus 20. Oh, well, my brain says 80, and indeed it is 80. That's pretty good. And then we can continue with some more crazy things like multiplication. Is that also possible? Of course it's also possible. Result equals x times y. This is the star here. That is going to be the multiplication. And we're going to copy this again, Control-C, Control-V, and I'm actually going to also show you the division in the same breath, because why not? So this is going to be the result equals x divided by y. So this is basically a slash here, and then once again copying over the print here. And let's see, so the result for the multiplication should be 2000, and the division, what is that? 100 divided by 20, that's a 5, I believe. Is that correct? It is correct. That's very good. Those are the four basic arithmetic operators, basically, right? Plus, minus, times, and then also divide. And there's one more, which is the remainder operator. So this is very interesting, because what this is we're going to see. So we're going to actually not take x and y, because I actually want to show a different example. So the remainder operator is the percentage sign here. And what we can do, for example, is we can say something like 20% 2. And then let's just print out the result as well. This is going to print out 0, because if we were to divide 20 by 2, then the remainder would be 0. And the reason for that being because there is no remainder left, right? Because 20 divides perfectly by 2. If we were to do 21, then of course the remainder would be 1. So this is something to take a look at, the remainder. It is usually something that is taught in school somewhat, but then rarely used, anywhere really in mathematics. That's not quite right, of course, but it's no longer called that then. But that is something that is also very important. For example, this one, right? So if we do remainder 2, we can very easily see whether or not a number is even or odd. That's sort of the idea here, because if this equals 0, then we know that it's even. If this equals 1, we know that it's odd. So that's a very interesting thing to keep in mind as well. And then there's one more thing. I'm going to copy over this, and I'm just going to say something like that, just so that we have, sort of a border around here, because we're going to also talk about math methods. Now, we won't worry too much about, the details of, what is a method and sort of that. The thing that we have is there are some functions when you think back to, mathematics that can't be like easily described. So what we can say, for example, is system out print line, and what we can then say is math dot, and then you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can call here, right? As you can see, like insane stuff. We can even call pi or e, right? So as some constant values here. But I want to draw your attention to something like the max, absolute numbers. We have then absolute exact. We have even cosine. It's craziness. There's a lot of things in here. Exponents, so you can basically put something to the power of e. So as you can see, there is a lot of things that we have. We can round up or down. We can even, tan. Like, there's a lot of things. Like I said, we're just going to take a look at, for example, the max function, right? So if we say, I don't know, x and y here, then it's going to, of course, return the 100 because that's the max of these two. And I'm just going to duplicate this, Control D. And then in here, we're just going to say math.absolute, for example, ABS. And then this would return the absolute value of this. So you might have seen it written like this. So if you ever seen this, this would be written like this, for example, right? So, or I don't know, like minus 500. So this would then be equal to 500 because the absolute value basically doesn't care about the sign, or it basically makes it so that the actual value is positive. So we can also take a look at this. So let's just run this as well. And there you go. So you can see that, first of all, the remainder here is 0 from the first one. And then after our sort of border, we have 100 because, of course, x is bigger than 20. Therefore, the max of these two values is going to be 100. And then the absolute value of minus 500 is 500. Those are some things that math basically has to offer here. And while it's not strictly that crazy, it's still kind of important to know these things, especially the math methods. I also tend to forget those, to be honest, sometimes, but they can be really useful if you want to calculate a few things. And there will be some calculations, at least in, modding, basically in programming, always, and even if it is just, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So those are definitely going to be something to be there. And then some math methods, knowing that they exist, that's really smart. It's just another tool that you can have in your toolkit to basically, tackle any problem or any idea that you have and then implement it. But that would already be it for this tutorial right here. I hope you found this useful and you learned something new. If you did, I would, of course, appreciate a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials just like this one. So, yeah.